Welcome everyone on Quiz Patente B in English, and in just 30 seconds we'll be starting answering the questions of the ESAME Ministeriale, starting from SCHEDA number 67 to SCHEDA number 70. Very good. Make sure you like the video and you keep tapping on the screen. If you want to join our private class, this is the YouTube channel, Mawin DT, and also you can get in touch with the teacher and join the theory and the quiz with explanation of every topic. Very good. In just 10 seconds, we are starting this exercise of Quiz Patente B in English. Okay. So question number 1. Durante la sosta, il conducente non può allontanarsi dal veicolo per più di 3 ore. Now, number 1, of course, the right answer is falso. Why? It said during stop, the driver cannot leave the vehicle for more than 3 hours. And of course, during parking. So the answer is falso because parking means you can leave the vehicle there for days and hours and weeks and months. Okay, so that's why the number 1, the answer is falso. Number 2, l'uso dei proiettori a luce abbagliante è necessario fuori dei centri abitati quando l'illuminazione pubblica manca e non si incrociano altri veicoli. So the number 2, of course, the right answer is vero. Why? It says the use of the high light is necessary outside of the city when the public illumination is missing and we do not come across other vehicles. So the number 2, of course, the right answer is vero. Okay, so far as you do not come across other vehicles from the opposite direction, the use of the high light is absolutely necessary, especially if there's no enough illumination. So that's why number 2, the answer is absolutely vero. Okay, very good. Number 3, il segnale raffigurato indica un'area di parcheggio e può essere integrato con un pannello che ne indica la limitazione nel tempo. Of course, the 3 is vero. Why? It says this sign indicates a parking area and can be integrated with a panel indicating its time limitation. So it is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 4. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una sede tranviaria con un solo binario. And therefore the answer is falso. Why? It says this sign indicates a single track tramway. It is falso because it is used for a single crossing of one train line. Okay, it's not even a tramway. So that's why the 4 is absolutely falso. 5. Per salvaguardare l'ambiente dall'inquinamento atmosferico e acustico, quando si cambia marcia bisogna premere a fondo il pedale dell'acceleratore. So the number 5, what is the right answer? It is absolutely false, because it says to protect the environment from air and noise pollution, when changing gear, you must press the accelerator pedal fully down. And it is false, because you don't have to press it. Very good. Number 6. Non si può sorpassare in corrispondenza dell'uscita di un pubblico parcheggio. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So then number 6, of course, the answer is false. It says you cannot overtake at the exit of a public car park. So of course the 6 is false, because you can overtake. It is allowed to do overtaking. Very good. Number 7. Al posto dei stivali ad uso motociclistico si possono utilizzare scarpe da trekking in alta montagna, perché sono di analoga concezione. What's the meaning of this analoga concezione? Because if you understand that, you will know the answer of the question. That the 7, the answer is of course false. Why? Because it says instead of a motorcycle boot, you can use trekking shoes on high mountains, because they are of a similar design. No, it is absolutely false. Absolutely false. Okay? Very good. Number 8. Please, if you are watching and you like the teaching, you want to join the private class, the number is on the screen. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Marwin DT. Marwin DT. When you join the class is when you'll be able to memorize and also understand the theory of every topic and pass your exams. But if you want to try and learn it without joining the class, you will find it more difficult in passing the exams in that manner. Okay? Allora, number 8. It says gli pneumatici chiodati vanno montati solo su 2 ruote dello stesso asse. So of course number 8 is absolutely false. Why? It says studded tire must only be fitted to 2 wheels on the same axles. On the same axle. It is absolutely false. 9. I segni gialli e neri in figura dipinti sul bordo del marciapiede indicano che è vietata anche la fermata. So the 9 is false. It says the yellow and black sign in the figure painted on the edge of the pavement indicates that stopping is also permitted. Or let me say indicate that stopping vieta anche la fermata. Indicate that stopping is also prohibited. So the answer is false, because it is only sosta that is prohibited, but parking is allowed. Stopping is allowed, but parking is not allowed, because parking is for long term. Meanwhile, stopping is allowed because just for 14 minutes or some few minutes. Okay. Very good. So that's why the number 9, the right answer is absolutely false. So very good. Number 10. Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo A passa prima del veicolo C e dopo il veicolo R. So number 10, of course the answer is zero. It says, according to the rules of precedence at this intersection, vehicle A passes before vehicle C and after vehicle R. The answer is zero because the first one crossing is the yellow, which is the R. The second is the A, which is the blue. And the last one is the C, which is the red. So the 10 is zero. 11. La distanza di sicurezza dipende dalla potenza del veicolo che precede. And 11, of course, the answer is falso. It says the safety distance depends on the power of the vehicle in front. Absolutely falso. It has nothing to do with that. Number 12. Il segnale raffigurato invita a rallentare perché è prossimo un incrocio in cui bisogna fermarsi e dare la precedenza. So the number 12, what is the right answer? Of course, it is vero. It says, this sign invites us to slow down because you are approaching an intersection where you must stop and give way. And the answer is absolutely vero. That's why we have stop at 320 meters ahead. So 12 is vero. 13. La patente di categoria A2 consente al titolare di trasportare un passeggero solo se il posto del passeggero è previsto sulla carta di circolazione del veicolo. Now, the number 13. If you are watching and you know the answer, write the answer of the 13 in the comments section. Mr. Sheila, Mr. Sila, Lizzie, Diara, Ujok, Cruz Wilson. Write the answer in the comment section if you know it. Okay. Yeah, guys, I know you are trying to learn it, without joining the class, but the truth is, learning it like this is impossible. When you join the class, you have access to the theory, so that you can learn piano, and pass your exams, sure. Okay, number 13, the right answer, of course, it is vero. It says the driving license A2 allows the holder to carry a passenger only if the passenger seat is indicated on the vehicle registration document, of course. So 13 is vero. Now, there is a reason why people fail at the exams and they say they have been learning for long. There's a reason for that. Okay, because they don't want to join the classes, a good classes when they see it, but they want to play games. So if you want to play games, you will know that you will keep failing, unfortunately. So why don't you join and learn the theory and the quiz of all the topics. 14. Lo stato di shock si manifesta con presenza di sudore freddo alla fronte. 14 is vero. It says the state of shock manifests itself with the presence of cold sweat on the forehead. Yes, that's how it manifests itself. So 14 is absolutely vero. Very good. 15. Il traino per incombente, situazioni di emergenza. You see all these words, incombente. You don't know the meaning. That's why you have to join the class. Because if you join the class, you learn the vocabularies first before you start the theory and the quiz of every topic. Incombente. Is there anyone that knows the meaning of incombente? We have 8 people watching. Pietro Maro, Lizzie, Cruz Wilson. What's the meaning of the word incombente? If you know it, you can write it in the comment section. If you know the meaning of the word incombente. Probably nobody knows the meaning. Allora, it says, il traino per incombente situazione di emergenza di un veicolo in avaria deve avvenire attraverso un solido collegamento, anche se non è possibile segnalarlo. So the 15, of course, the answer is falso. Why? Why is the 15 falso? That's why I said you have to know the meaning of the word incombente. Allora, so the answer is falso because it says towing of a broken down vehicle in an impending emergency. It says must be done using a solid connection, even if it is not possible to signal it. So the 15, that's why the answer is false, because you must signal it. It must be signaled. If not, it will become another danger while circulating on the road. That's why the 15 is false. 16. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un'area attrezzata per il lavaggio dei veicoli. So 16 is false. So it says, this sign indicates an area equipped for washing vehicles. It is false because it's just caduta su molo o argine o fine della strada. That's why the 16 is false, okay? 17. Quando il vigile si dispone con le braccia aperte verso la direzione da cui proviene il conducente, come in figura, questi può procedere, ma con la massima prudenza e a velocità moderata. So 17, of course, the answer is false. It says when the traffic officer stands with his arm open towards the direction from which the driver is coming, the driver can proceed with the utmost caution and at a moderate speed. No, it is false. Why? Because when you face the vigilante like this, simply means stop. Okay, simply means stop. Now it is when you join the class that you will understand all the position and even the complete meaning of this position, because it does not simply mean stop. This sign does not simply mean stop. There is more to it. 18. Giungendo all'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo P può passare per primo. So the 18, of course, the answer is vero. It says, arriving at this intersection, vehicle P pass first. Of course, it is vero because the right side is free. Very simple. Number 19. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a mantenere la distanza minima di sicurezza di 30 metri dal veicolo che precede. So the 19, of course, the answer is falso. Why? Let me make it simple. It is falso because the sign talks about speed, okay? But the question talks about what? Distance. So that's why the 19 is falso. The question says, this sign requires you to maintain a minimum safety distance of 30 meters from the vehicle in front. It is falso because it is about speed and not distance. 20. Il segnale di figura A può essere ripetuto in formato piccolo, integrato con il pannello in figura B. So the 20, of course, the answer is vero. It says this sign A can be repeated in a small format and integrated with the panel in the figure B. So it is absolutely vero, just as we are seeing it. 21. Entrati in un centro abitato, bisogna tenere conto che gli altri utenti della strada, quali pedoni e ciclisti, si mescolano maggiormente con il traffico motorizzato. And the 21, of course, is absolutely vero. It says once you enter in the city area, you must take into account that the other drivers, such as pedestrians and road users as bicycles or cyclists, mix more with the vehicles with engine. So the 21 is absolutely vero. 22. Il conducente deve concentrarsi prevalentemente sul tratto di strada non superiore a 3 metri antistante il suo veicolo. So 22 is falso. It says the driver must concentrate primarily on the stretch of road not more than 3 meters from his vehicle. It is absolutely falso because you must always stay concentrated and pay attention, not at a specific distance. 23. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica un'area per lo scarico della spazzatura. So the 23, of course, it is falso. It says the supplementary panels shown indicate an area for unloading garbage. And it is falso because it's mechanic vehicles at work. So that's why 23 is falso. 24. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è permesso il transito ai motocicli. 24, of course, it is vero. Why is the answer vero? Because it says in the presence of this sign, motorcycles are permitted to pass. Yes, of course. Motorcycles are allowed to pass in the presence of this sign, so it is vero. Number 25. Il segnale raffigurato può essere completato con pannello che indica la distanza dal punto di chiusura della corsia. So 25, of course, the answer is vero. It says, this sign can be completed with a panel indicating the distance from the lane close point. Absolutely vero because It is cantiere stradale. 26. Il segnale raffigurato, se barrato da una striscia rossa, indica la fine del centro abitato. And the 26, of course, it is vero. Why? Because it says, this sign, if crossed with red stripe, indicate the end of the city. So it is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 27. Now, before we proceed on the 27, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Marwin DT. Also, you get in touch with the teacher to join the private class, where you have access to the theory and the quiz with explanation of every topic. Very good. Number 27. Nel caso in cui, per un guasto alla propria autovettura, si rimane bloccati sulla sede ferroviaria di un passaggio a livello, occorre adoperarsi per rimuovere il veicolo al più presto, ad esempio facendosi aiutare da altri utenti a spingere il veicolo fuori dalla linea ferroviaria. So 27 is absolutely vero. Why? It says, if due to a breakdown of your car, you get stuck on the railway line, you must take steps to remove quickly the vehicle from the train line. For example, by getting help or being helped by someone on the road to push the vehicle out of the railway. So it is absolutely vero. Very good. Okay. 28. Il pannello in figura, posto all'interno di una galleria, indica la presenza di un estintore. So 28, of course, it is vero. It says this panel placed inside the tunnel indicates the presence of a fire extinguisher. Absolutely vero. That is where it is positioned, in the tunnel. Number 29, it says, chi intende cambiare corsia non deve azionare gli indicatori di direzione se la strada è libera. And the 29, of course, the right answer is falso. It says, anyone intending to change lanes must not use the indicator or the navigator if the road is clear. Absolutely falso. You must always use the navigator if you want to change lanes. Very good. Number 30. Il segnale raffigurato indica la fine del doppio senso di circolazione nella svolta a sinistra. Absolutely falso. It says this sign indicates the end of a double direction way. When turning to the left. So it is absolutely false. If you are watching us, the least you can do is to keep tapping on the screen, okay? You can tap on the screen. God bless you. Allora, can also visit our YouTube channel, which is Marwin DT. Marwin DT, and you'll see many of our teachings there. Of course, what you see there will not make you pass your exams. Even what you are watching here will not make you pass your exams. But when you join the private class with the teacher, that is when you have access to the tricks of all the topics, because every topic have specific words. That when you know those words, you pass the exam easily. Every topic have a different type of tricks. So the words that are false in a certain topic, in another topic, it is vero instead. Okay, but people don't know this. People only think when you see solo, the answer is always false. So meanwhile, it is not true. So now, just 10 seconds, we are moving on the next exercise. Okay, now to the next exercise. Now this is the ESAME Ministeriale SCHEDA number 68. Question number 1. Now before we start this exercise, let us get to at least 3,000 likes. At least 3,000 likes, because it's more than 30 minutes that I've been teaching and we have only 1,000 likes. That is nothing. Let's get to at least 2,000 likes, then we proceed with this exercise. So I'm waiting for us to get to 3,000 likes before we proceed. Question number 1. It says, le sospensioni di un veicolo a motore servono a smorzare gli urti trasmessi dalle asperità del terreno. So the number 1, what is the right answer? If you know it, write it in the comment section. And the answer is vero. It says the suspension of a vehicle, of a engine vehicle, serves to. So it means its purpose is to shift the shaking or the bouncing of the vehicle due to the condition of the road. So the number 1, of course, the answer is vero. That's what it does. That's what the suspension does. That's the main purpose for the suspensions of the vehicle. So that's why the 1 is vero. Very good. Number 2. È consentito l'uso intermittente dei proiettori di profondità a luce abbagliante solo quando si trasportano feriti o ammalati gravi. So number 2, the answer is falso. It says the intermittent use of the high light is allowed only when we are transporting injured people or people that are, let me say, dangerously or seriously hurt or sick. So number 2, of course, it is false. That one does not allow us to use the highlight if there's someone sick in the vehicle. So the 2 is falso. Number 3, fuori dei centri abitati, la sosta e la fermata sono vietate in corrispondenza e in prossimità delle aree di intersezione. So number 3, of course, the answer is vero. It says outside the city, parking and stopping are prohibited at and near intersections. Of course, it is vero. Very good. Number 4. In presenza del segnale raffigurato, un autocarro può sorpassare un motociclo. And therefore, the answer is vero. It says, in the presence of this sign, a truck can overtake a motorcycle. So therefore, it's absolutely vero. Very good. Number 5. Il segnale raffigurato è posto sulle corsie di accelerazione delle autostrade. Of course, the 5 is falso, because it says this sign is placed on the acceleration lane of motorways. It is falso because it is not even on the autostrada. Okay, not even on the tangenziale. This is positioned in the city. Okay, so that's why the 5 is falso. Number 6. È vietato sporcare la carreggiata depositando rifiuti. So number 6 is vero. It says it is forbidden to dirty the roadway by depositing waste. So it is absolutely vero. 7. I veicoli che vogliono effettuare una svolta a sinistra devono tenersi il più possibile vicino al margine destro della carreggiata. So the 7, of course, the answer is falso. It says vehicles wishing to make a left turn must keep as close as possible to the right edge of the carriageway. So the 7 is absolutely falso, because you don't have to stay on the right side, you have to stay on the left side rather. Number 8. Il numero massimo di posti sulle autovetture è indicato sulla carta di circolazione. So the 8, the answer is vero. It says the maximum number of seats in cars is indicated on the registration document. So of course the number 8, the right answer is vero. Very good. Number 9. Il semaforo in figura è un semaforo pedonale. So the 9 is falso. Why? It says the traffic light is a pedestrian traffic light, and it is absolutely false because this traffic light is for buses. Very good. Number 10. Un conducente che ha assunto una quantità eccessiva di bevande alcoliche non può recuperare velocemente l'idoneità alla guida, specie se ha assunto anche dei farmaci. So of course the number 5 is absolutely vero. It says a driver who has consumed an excessive amount of alcoholic beverage cannot quickly regain his fitness to drive, especially if he has also taken medication. So it is absolutely vero. Okay, it will make you more dizzy and weak and distracted. So the 10 is absolutely vero. 11. L'airbag non può essere montato su vetture con meno di 4 porte. And the 11, of course, it is false. Why? It says the airbag cannot be fitted to cars with cars that has less than 4 doors. Of course, it is absolutely false. That has nothing to do with it. Okay. Number 12. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una discesa e ne specifica la pendenza. 12 is vero. He said this sign announces a descent and specifies its gradients. It is absolutely vero because the percentage, okay, of its gradient, that is the discesa, is 50%. Okay, so this one is what? Discesa. So the 12 is vero. Number 13. Il segnale raffigurato vieta di marciare a velocità superiore a quella indicata. So of course the 13, the answer is false. It said this sign prohibits driving at a speed exceeding the indicated speed. It is false because this one is velocità minima. So you can go more, but you cannot go less than 30. That's why the 13 is falso. 14. La distanza minima di sicurezza, se si viaggia a 130 km orari, deve essere di circa 36 metri. So the 14, the answer is vero. It says the minimum safety distance when traveling at 130 kilometers per hour must be approximately 36 meters. 14 is vero. That is the exact meters and speed. So 14 is absolutely vero. 15. Giungendo all'incrocio rappresentato in figura, i veicoli D e L passano contemporaneamente per primi. So the 15 is absolutely false. It says, arriving at this intersection shown, vehicle D and L pass simultaneously first. And it is false because the first vehicle crossing is the P, which is the red. The second is the D, then the B, then the L. So the 15, that's why the answer is false. Very good. If you're watching us and you are learning something, write yes in the comment section. Mr. Peter, Barry White, Lizzie, Rich Mong. Rich Mong. If you know you are learning something, write yes, yes in the comment section. Mr. Emeka, you are welcome, Mr. Emeka. So guys, this one is just ESAME Ministeriale that you normally do at the motorizzazione, okay? And if you want to join the private class and have access to the theory and the quiz of every topic with a private classes, you get in touch with the teacher. It's a WhatsApp number. And also you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mawin DT. Patente is for serious people. I know there are many people teaching on TikTok, but you choose for yourself who will teach you. Choose for yourself who will teach you which class you want to join. If you join the wrong class, trouble. Okay, let's proceed with the next one. 16. Il sorpasso è vietato in curva, anche se la strada è a due carreggiate separate. So the 16, of course the answer is falso. Why? Why is the 16 falso? Because it says overtaking is prohibited on curves if the road has two separate carriageways. It is falso. Overtaking is not prohibited if it is on a two separate carriageways. Okay, it's absolutely falso. Very good. Now, it's when you join the private class, that's where you have the explanation in details of every single topic, and you also have access to the tricks of every topic, which not every teacher knows, actually. Not every teacher knows. Just as there are some teachers that are teaching you with holding their phones, and you see somebody else teaching you without holding any phone, you should know the difference, that some know what they are doing, some don't know what they are doing. Simple. Number 17. Il segnale raffigurato indica che il clacson può essere usato dalle ore 7:30 alle ore 19. So of course the 17 is falso. Why? He said this sign indicates that the horn can be used from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. No, it is falso. It is actually telling you the time that you cannot use the horn. Okay, so 17 is falso. 18. Now the 18, I'm going to allow you to answer. So if you know the answer of the 18, just write the answer in the comment section. Also, if you want to join the class, do not forget to take the details and get in touch with the teacher. 18. Dopo la firma del contratto di assicurazione RCA, responsabilità civile auto, l'impresa assicuratrice deve rilasciare al cliente un manuale su come evitare incidenti. So number 18, write for me in the comment section the answer. What's the answer of the number 18? Let me see if somebody will get it right. Number 18. So guys, I'm waiting. Write the answer of the number 18 for me in the comment section. Okay, Mr. Mubarak, King Cisco, Emeka Peter, Barry White, Rich Mong, Pure Heat, Pure Hill. Okay, so Pure Hill says vero. Okay, so number 18, of course, the right answer is not vero, it is falso. It is false, so why? Because he says, after signing the insurance, the insurance contracts, the insurance company must provide the customer with a manual on how to avoid accidents. It is false. It is absolutely false. Mr. Peter, my number is on the screen. You can send me a message on WhatsApp or call me later. Okay, and then I'll explain the private class to use. Very simple. So number 18 is false because what they give you is only the insurance photocopy or the insurance papers. That's all that they give you. They don't give you anything else. Okay? So 18 is false. Number 19. Il segnale raffigurato preavvisa un tratto di strada in salita. Number 19. Who wants to try the answer? Who knows the answer of the 19? Mr. Awareness, Ghana Videos. Who wants to try? Who wants to try the answer of the number 19? Okay, Mr. Peter says falso. MJ says falsely. Okay, Pure Heart says vero. Allora, 19 is falso. Because he says this sign warns us of a road going uphill, meaning a climbing road. It is falso because this is the sign for the tangenziale, which is the extra urbana principale. So that's why the 19 is falso. Very simple. Number 20. Now, before we move on to 20, the problem of Patente, okay, is that many people don't want to even try learning it because of the language. I understand that. But what we do is that when you join my class, I will take you through the vocabularies first so that you can learn the words they use to form the questions with explanation in English and Italian language. Then you move to the theory and the quiz of every topic. Now, going through this whole process will take you 2 months to become perfect, ready for exams. Unless you don't learn, because the teaching is done every day anyway. So if you don't learn, it's your own responsibility. But if you are seriously ready for something quick and, let me say, helpful, this is just what it is. Number 20. Nelle strade a doppio senso, con 2 corsie, la striscia bianca discontinua in figura divide I sensi di marcia. So the 20, of course, is a simple vero. It says, on a double direction road, the broken line or the discontinuous line divide the direction of travel. So it is absolutely vero. Very good. 21. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la fine dell'obbligo precedentemente imposto. 21 is falso. It says, this sign announces the end of a previously imposed obligation. It is absolutely falso because it is the end, not of an obligation, but of a precedence. Okay? So 21 is falso. Very good. Number 22. La sospensione della patente è disposta quando il conducente fugge senza prestare soccorso alla persona investita. So 22, of course, the right answer is vero. It says the suspension of the license is ordered when the driver flees or runs away without providing assistance to the person that he hit with his vehicle. So 22 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 23. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la presenza di corsie reversibili. 23 is falso. It says this sign announces the presence of reversible lanes. It is falso because this sign alerts us of a traffic light ahead of us. That's why the answer is falso. 24. Il segnale raffigurato vieta agli autocarri di massa superiori a 3,5 tonnellate di proseguire diritto. 24 is vero. It says this sign prohibits trucks with a weight exceeding 3.5 tons from continuing straight on. So of course the 24 is absolutely vero because trucks, they are being alerted to turn on the right side. That's why 24 is vero. 25. Si definisce autovettura il veicolo blindato e appositamente attrezzato per il trasporto di valori. And 25, of course, the right answer is absolutely falso. Why? It says a car is defined as an armed vehicle, especially equipped for the transport of valuable things. No, that's not what defines a car. Okay, so 25 is absolutely falso. 26. Nel segnale raffigurato, il disco al centro è a luce gialla lampeggiante. And the 26 is vero. He said, in this sign, the disc in the center is flashing yellow light. So 26 is absolutely vero because it is positioned on the cantiere stradale. 27. I tombini presenti sulla carreggiata sono particolarmente pericolosi per la circolazione dei veicoli a due ruote quando il fondo stradale è bagnato. 27 is vero. It says manhole covers on the road are particularly dangerous for the circulation of vehicles with two tires when the road surface is wet. So it is vero because they easily slip on this kind of road or manholes covers. So 27 is absolutely vero. Very good. 28. Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, i veicoli D e N passano contemporaneamente dopo che è passato il veicolo R. So number 28 is absolutely vero. It says, according to the rules of precedence, at this intersection, vehicle D and N pass simultaneously after vehicle R has passed. So number 28 is vero. Why? Because the first one coming to stand in the intersection is the B, which is the black one. The first one crossing completely is the yellow. Then the D and the N will cross together. Okay, and the last one finishing crossing the intersection will be the B or the black vehicle. That's why the 28 is vero. Very good. Number 29. It says, il limite massimo di velocità sulle autostrade è di 90 km orari per i motocicli. Per I motocicli. So 29 is absolutely falso because it says the maximum speed limit on the motorway is 90 kilometers per hour for motorcycles. No, it's not 90. That's not the high speed limit for motorcycles. So 29 is falso. Very good. Number 30. It says, lungo le strade dove è posto il segnale raffigurato vale 24 ore su 24. So number 30, the right answer is absolutely false. It's absolutely vero. Yeah, it is vero because it says along the road where this sign is placed, the sign is valid 24 hours a day, which means it does not have a time limit. So it is absolutely vero. Very good. So guys, if you have learned something, just write yes, 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 yes in the comment section. Also, the least you can do is to keep tapping on the screen. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Marvin DT, where you will have access to many exercises. But like I said before, if you want to join the private class, you send a message on the WhatsApp number so that you can be added to the private class and have access also to the group teaching of the theory, the vocabularies, and the tricks of every single topic, and pass your exams very fast. Okay, very good. Now, how many of you want us to continue the exercise? Do you want us to do another exercise? Yes or no? If you want yes, write yes in the comment section. If not, we are going to end the live. Pure, what are you saying? I don't understand what you are saying. Okay, Pure. This is not any apple. It's a program. Okay, this is a program. Anyway, let's move to the next one, number 69. Now, this is a SCHEDA number 69, ESAME Ministeriale. We are starting in just 20 seconds. Very good. Okay, guys. So now we are proceeding with esame ministeriale number 69. Question number 1. In una carreggiata del tipo rappresentato non si può effettuare l'inversione di marcia. So number 1, of course the right answer is vero. It says in a carriageway of this type, it is not possible to do reverse. And it is vero because it is one carreggiata with 2 lanes for each sense of circulation. So there's no way you can do reverse. So that's why the number 1, the answer is vero. Number 2, quando si aprono le porte di un veicolo, bisogna assicurarsi che ciò non costituisca pericolo o intralcio per gli altri utenti della strada. So number 2, the answer is vero. It says when opening the doors of a vehicle, you must ensure that this does not constitute a danger or hindrance to the other road users. So number 2 is absolutely vero. 3. Il segnale raffigurato consente il transito ai motocicli nelle sole ore indicate. So the 3 is falso. It said this sign allows motorcycles to pass only during the hours which are indicated. And it is falso because it actually prohibits motorcycles to pass there at the time that is indicated. That's why the 3 is absolutely falso. Number 4. La striscia bianca discontinua in figura divide la strada in 2 carreggiate, ognuna a doppio senso. So the 4 is falso. It says the broken white line in the figure divides the road into 2 lanes, each one of a double direction circulation. So number 4, of course, it is absolutely false. Okay, because this one is just one carreggiata with 2 lanes. Number 5. Nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il veicolo N transita dopo il veicolo C e dopo del veicolo S. So the 5, of course, it is false. It says at this intersection, the vehicle N passes after vehicle C and after vehicle S. So the 5 is false because the first vehicle crossing is the S, then the N, then the C. So the 5 is false. Very good. Number 6. Le giacche ad uso motociclistico garantiscono un'adeguata protezione all'abrasione in caso di scivolamento sull'asfalto. And the 6 is vero. It says motorcycle jacket guarantee adequate protection against abrasion in case of sliding on the asphalt. So the number 6, of course, the answer is vero. Very good. Number 7. Il segnale raffigurato indica una farmacia. 7 is, of course, false. He said this sign indicates a pharmacy. No, it's not a pharmacy sign that you are watching. Okay. Number 8. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia di fermarsi 320 metri dopo il segnale dare la precedenza. And we know that the 8 is absolutely vero. Why? It says this sign indicates to stop at 320 meters after the sign give way. So it is absolutely vero, okay, because it is well stated that 320 meters there is a stop ahead of us. So that's why the 8 is absolutely vero. Very good. Number 9. Il semaforo in figura con il triangolo giallo acceso preavvisa lavori in corso. So number 9, of course, the answer is falso. It says that this traffic light with the yellow triangle on warns the road works in progress. Warns us of a road work in progress. It is falso because it's just a yellow of the ordinary traffic light. So that's why the 9 is falso. Very good. Number 10. Now, if you're watching us, you can join the private class by sending a message on the WhatsApp number. And also, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Marwin DT. Marwin DT, where you have access to the theory, the vocabularies, and all the tricks of every single topic. Number 10. Il segnale raffigurato comporta il divieto di sorpassare un veicolo che si sia arrestato per far attraversare i pedoni. So the 10, of course, the answer is vero. Why? It says this sign prohibits overtaking a vehicle that has stopped to allow pedestrians to cross. So the 10 is absolutely vero because it is a zebra crossing sign. Number 11. La distanza di sicurezza è commisurata anche alle condizioni psicofisiche del conducente. So the 11, of course, it is vero. It says the safety distance is also measured with the psychophysical condition of the driver. So it is absolutely vero, because if mentally the person is not well, it will affect his way of reasoning. Okay, that's why the 11, the answer is vero. Number 12. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un tratto di strada non asfaltato. 12 is falso. It said this sign indicates unpaved road or road without asphalt. So the 12 is absolutely falso because the sign represents caduta massi. 13. La posizione antiriflesso dello specchio retrovisore centrale di un autoveicolo non può essere utilizzata quando si circola su autostrada. So the 13, of course, it is falso. It says the anti-glare position of the center back view mirror of the motor vehicle cannot be used when driving on a motorway. It is absolutely falso. Why should it not be able to use it? Okay, it's unbelievable. Number 14. Le grandi differenze di prestazioni e di masse fra le autovetture facilitano una buona sicurezza stradale. 14 is falso. It says the large differences in performance and weight between cars facilitate a good road safety. So 14 is absolutely falso. Why? Because the difference between performances affects it rather. Okay? So 14 is falso for that reason. 15. Nella situazione rappresentata in figura, il veicolo C deve dare la precedenza al veicolo H. So of course the 15 is vero, It says in this situation, the vehicle C must give way to vehicle H. So the answer, of course, it is absolutely vero, because the first vehicle crossing is the B, then the H, and then the C. So 15 is vero. Very good. 16. Il conducente non deve mai sopravvalutare la propria abilità di guida. So 16, of course, it is vero. It says the driver must never overestimate his driving ability. It's absolutely vero. Very good. Number 17. Il delineatore raffigurato si trova di norma dopo il segnale curva pericolosa a sinistra. And the 17, of course, the right answer is vero. It says this sign is usually found after the dangerous curve to the left side. It is absolutely vero, because is a sharp curve on the left side. So 17 is vero. Very good. Number 18. Dopo un incidente stradale è obbligatorio collocare subito il veicolo sul marciapiede. So number 18, what is the right answer? Number 18, of course, number 18 is absolutely falso. Why? It says after a road accident, it is mandatory to immediately park the vehicle on the pavement. So 18 is absolutely falso. Number 19. La patente di categoria B consente di guidare, ma solo sul territorio nazionale Italia, i veicoli che si possono condurre con le patenti A1. Absolutely vero. It says the category B driving license allows you to drive, but only on national territory Italy. Vehicles that can be driven with an A1 license. So the 19 is absolutely vero. Why? Because the B is bigger than the A1. So 19 is vero. Very good. Number 20. Soccorrere un ferito della strada è obbligatorio solo per i medici e il personale sanitario. So the 20 is falso. It says, the question says, giving aid to one that is injured on the road is obligatory only for those that work in the sanitary office, or let me say, doctors, and also those who work with medicines. So the 20 is absolutely false, because it's never like that. Number 21. L'inquinamento dell'aria prodotto dai veicoli a motore può diminuire se si spegne il motore in caso di arresto prolungato. So number 21, of course, the answer is vero. It says air pollution from motor vehicles can be reduced by turning off the engine in case of prolonged stopping. So it is absolutely vero. If you stop for long or you park, you have to off the engine to avoid or to diminish the pollution. So 21 is absolutely vero. Number 22. Il segnale raffigurato vieta il transito ai motocicli. So number 22, of course, the answer is falso. It said this sign prohibits the transit of motorcycles. So 22 is absolutely falso. Why? Because the sign prohibits the transit of what? Bicycles, not motorcycles. Okay, so 22 is falso. Very good. 23. Il segnale raffigurato indica di passare a destra dell'ostacolo. Number 23, of course, the answer is falso. He said this sign indicates to pass to the right side of the obstacle. And it is falso because it is passaggio obbligatorio, is direzione obbligatoria a destra. So there's no obstacle. So 23 is falso. Very good. Number 24. Nella fase di sorpasso, il conducente è tenuto a evitare di stringere o di tagliare la strada al veicolo sorpassato. So number 24, of course, the answer is vero. It says when overtaking, the driver is required to avoid squeezing or cutting off the vehicle being overtaken. So of course it is vero. So you have to be careful because by doing that, you easily cause accidents. That's why 24 is vero. 25. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito di un autocaravan di massa a pieno carico superiore a 3.5 tonnellate. So 25, of course, it is vero. Why? It is vero because it says, in the presence of this sign, the transit of a camper van with a full load exceeding 3.5 tons is allowed. So it is, it said, it is what? Allowed. Okay? So a fully loaded camper van is allowed to pass here. So it is vero. Because autocaravan does not transport what? People, but does not transport things, but transport people. So that is why they are allowed to pass there. Okay? So that is the autocaravan. Very good. Let's proceed to the number 26. Gli impianti di frenatura dei veicoli leggeri sono spesso dotati di servofreno. So 26, of course, the answer is vero. It says light vehicle braking systems are often equipped with brake booster. So it is absolutely vero. Number 27. Il segnale raffigurato può essere seguito dal segnale fermarsi e dare precedenza. Absolutely vero. It said this sign can be followed by a stop and a give way sign. Absolutely vero because it is the end of the right of precedence. Very simple. Now, number 28. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di divieto. Of course, the answer of the 28 is falso. It says this sign is a prohibition sign. Falso. Because it is a sign of obligation. Okay? Number 29. It says I catadiotri sostituiscono le luci di posizione durante la circolazione nelle strade urbane. So 29, of course, it is falso. Why? It says reflectors replace parking lights when driving on urban roads. So 29 is absolutely falso because reflectors can never take the place of the parking lights. Okay, so 29 is false. Now, number 30. It says, se si percorre una lunga discesa con il cambio in folle e a motore spento si ha un sovraccarico di corrente elettrica. And we all know that the 30 is falso. Why? It says if you go downhill or if you are descending, okay, from a mountain and you position the gear in free or in fall, and you off the engine, you have un sovraccarico. That is, you have an overcharging of corrente elettrica. So it says that you have an electrical current overload. It is absolutely false. Okay, nothing like that happens. So that's why the number 30 is false. Thank you guys for watching up to the end. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Marwin DT. So you go on YouTube and you write Marwin DT. Also, you can join the private class and learn the theory, the vocabularies, and the quiz of all the topics of Patente B in English. So join the class and pass your exams in few weeks or months. See you all guys the next time.